Aloha! Irina and Devon here with Just Be Out. We create informative travel videos to help you get the most out of your vacation. In this video, we are going to be having a little bit of a different format because
one of our viewers, our subscribers, actually reached out to us and said, hey, I'm going to be coming to Oahu and I need some help with the itinerary. I've watched a lot of your guys' videos and I'm kind of cherry picking all the different places you said that we should visit, but I just want to make sure that I have things in order based on the days that I'm going to be here so I can optimize the time that I am here.
And get the most out of my vacation. So guys, meet Isaac.
Good. I'm glad to finally meet you in person.
Virtual person.
Virtual.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to be on this call with you, and we'll be happy to help you with your itinerary.
It's our first time in Hawaii. Yeah, we're going for a wedding that's happening on the 18th. I think it's happening, and then I have to leave on the 19th right away because I got to be back for Father's Day on the 20th. So that's why we cut the trip short. We've seen your videos, we've seen things that you've suggested, and that's how we kind of discovered you. The first video we saw was a couple of places to go, must see, don'ts, the do's,
Right.
So once we got the hang of that, we just started subscribing and following and seeing all the different videos. So we're like trying to jam pack everything we can, but we want to be careful not to overdo it, that we don't relax, right? So I understand that, I thought about just chilling at the beaches all day, but then I was like, I want to see the culture. Yeah. So we have luau's, planned.
So have you traveled anywhere before where there's a big time difference?
I've traveled a lot of places, and I know that to make sure you land on your feet, you want to make sure you sleep the right time on the plane, so that way when you land, you hit the routine. So I'm pretty good with that.
Okay, so you're good with jet lag, right?
Yeah, okay,
that's not because the first thing you added to your itinerary right after you land was pink pillbox hike.
We're gonna get there, and
what time do you arrive?
12:30 p.m. So we're gonna plan to stop at a place for lunch. There's a place that was recommended right by the airport that has a good traditional Joe Grills Express.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Alicia's Market.
Joe's Grill have more like a lunch plate, so it's
more like a luncheonette.
It's simple.
Very simple.
Yeah, very cheap, simple, but the food quality is pretty good.
It's decent.
I really like it. And for Alicia's Market, if you want to try their famous ribs, short ribs, you really need to call and ask them to leave like a pound or half a pound for you. So when you go pick it up, they'll still hold it for you, because even at noon they run out of those.
Well, otherwise, you'll just be having like a poke.
Yeah.
So those two are, once we get there, we're gonna do that, and then we'll do the pillbox hike. But we want to see the sunset, right? So I know on the west side, it's a great time to see the sunset. So we'll go chill there. There's no rush. It could take us like 3 hours to get up there. We'll take our time.
So definitely, I think for the first day that you schedule arrival at 12:30, and then a pink pillbox and sunset at Maili Pillbox, I think it's a good option. Plus, have some time to stop at either Joe's Grill or Alicia's Market or Helena's Cafe.
The other thing I was going to ask you, so we're staying at the Ala Moana Hotel, right? We know that that's like a condo like almost like a timeshare hotel. I try to see reviews and no one's really done a post on it, so it's kind of like you're like kind of scared, like, okay, well, is this going to be something that's...
It looks decent. The lobby looks very clean. Looks like they just renovated it.
There's a Starbucks in the lobby. It's in a really good location.
And on top, they have really good steakhouse as well.
Yeah, signature steakhouse.
I heard.
And the views are really nice. If you
Okay.
make a reservation in time, they have really nice views. You can even if you get a table not from the window, the way they set up, it's a very long, narrow, like a hole, and then they have one table at the window, and then right next to it there is a booth, a little bit elevated, so you still get the view.
So no matter where you sit, you're going to get the view, a window view.
How much time are we expecting now? Like, I don't know. See, videos we've seen are from a couple of months back, so I'm sure it's picked up. So the wait time might be longer, or I know this is the low season, so maybe it's less people. I don't know.
June is already
June, we're
high
picking
season.
up. Yeah, we're picking up from here.
Yes. Have you made reservations to everything that you're planning to do? Like, for example, Hanauma Bay?
Hanauma Bay, I don't think we've done that because I don't know if you can make a reservation. You have to wait online.
Now you can make a reservation, and
Okay.
I would suggest to do that and plan to arrive right at the opening, because their parking fills up really fast, and even though if you have a reservation, you might not get parking now.
Right.
But there are a lot of people come without reservation, but it's, you know,
It's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. And we would love to go. Our schedule doesn't allow us to go because we followed your tip where it said you want to go after the day off that they close, and the next day.
So now they're doing 2 days off. So I think it's Monday, Tuesday now that they're doing days off. So you also need to
cross-check that.
Yeah.
We got our sunscreen ready. We got the correct one to take care of the reefs. You know, we did the research on that.
So for June 12th, which is going to be Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Dole Plantation and Waimea Bay scheduled. So for Dole Plantation, are you planning to just walk around the grounds, or you want to do activities like the train and the maze?
It depends. Like, we don't have we're not rushing it because we only have that, and we want to jump off the cliff, right? That's really it. Hang out at the beach for a little bit, and then see a little bit the small towns, support the small businesses while we're there. But yeah, so if we're there and we get there and the line's not that long and we can get in at a reasonable time, yeah, we'll do everything. We'll do the maze, we'll do the Dole Plantation.
I mean, again, not unless it's some, for some people it's a must do no matter what, and the time will deter them. But if not, then it's no big deal. The maze is kind of like, I would say would be more enjoyable for kids. It's nothing. If you missed it, it's not a big deal.
The maze looks much better from aerial.
From the top. Oh, yeah, for sure.
From the inside.
Yeah, because there's a big pineapple in the middle, but you really see it more from the top. Obviously, if you fly a drone or something, then you going in the garden and actually seeing it flat,
Also keep in mind for Waimea Bay, especially Saturday, it's a very hot spot. Most locals go there for fishing, just swimming, jumping off the rocks. So Saturday, it is really, any day, it's really hard to find parking when you don't go there like straight in the morning. So the trick is, once you enter the parking lot, pull over to the side and just wait. It might take you 15 minutes to half an hour to wait. So people line up in the car in the parking lot, and they wait for cars to pull out. So whenever you see somebody coming off the beach with their towels and stuff, you just say you're coming out, and then you go right in. Because when you go to their parking spot, it is really small, and you might circle around and you're like, okay, no parking. And but there is also you will see a lot of people park up the road.
Leading to the entrance.
Right, and at Waimea Valley, but there might be paid parking, so make sure you have like $10 cash with you.
So Waimea Valley is from the entrance, right? So from the entrance to the beach, you pass it and you go over this, you'll see a bridge just before the entrance. And as soon as you cross the bridge, it's your first right. Immediately after the bridge, that's Waimea Valley. And that's where they sometimes have additional parking that you have to pay for.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So, and then there's no restrooms in that beach area. Is there restrooms or no?
Waimea
Bay, there is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the Sharks Cove, Waimea Bay, most North Shore beaches have restrooms.
Yeah.
For Waterfall, the best bang for your buck would be Waimea Valley. It's a nice nature walk, or if you want to save time, you can even take the little like carts. They go for like few bucks, and they take you directly to the waterfall.
Yeah, golf course.
It's a really small waterfall. If you've never seen a waterfall before, you know, you can go.
But the thing about that, so that would be on June 12th when you're doing the Dole and jumping off the rock, the Waimea.
It's right
across the street. And it's the valley that we go to the park. So you would just continue going into that valley, and then you get to the check-in area or whatever, and then you pay your fee, and then you can go in. But along the way,
$20 per person.
Yeah, it's a lot of history there too, because you have different flowers, and they show you what the houses look like when they used to make them. It's a botanical garden.
And you can do like bird spotting.
If we're there at that beach, is there another beach that you recommend we definitely go do? I mean, we do have to see the sunset. That's a pretty busy day. We want to see the sunset from the north side. I think that's a must. What I hear.
A Sunset Beach or Pipeline. Yeah,
but even not that far up, even from Waimea, you can go a little bit further up. You can go to Three Tables. There's a beach there, which it's literally about a 4 or 5 minute drive.
Is that like towards Turtle Bay Resort?
Right, it's going towards, it's one road going that way.
Okay.
So it's not far at all. Sharks Cove.
Yeah, but the beach, it's not really.
Well, Sharks Cove, it's not really like a beach. It's more like if you're gonna go snorkel.
If you wanna go for snorkeling and compare Sharks Cove to
Hanauma Bay,
you can do that. It's really close.
Yeah, and that's that is close. And right across the street from Sharks Cove is another like a food truck area where they have about 8-10 food trucks.
And most of these places, I mean, I'm assuming no flip-flops, you know, maybe like a button down, you can wear shorts.
Flip-flops is anywhere you can go in flip-flops. It's just bring just in case a button down with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Right. So Koko Head, you planning to do super early, right? Because it gets really hot.
Yeah, we're gonna do it like around. We have it on the schedule to do it around 9 a.m. And from what I've been hearing, you know, if you're really in good shape, you can probably do it in 30 minutes. I'm not. I'll probably do it in 45, an hour. Take my time. There's no rush, right? There's no trophy up there. I just want to do it. Say we did it. I actually wanted to do the Staircase to Heaven, which I know is forbidden, right? But
there is now a police officer staying at the top and giving out $5,000 fines.
Yeah. So I heard that you could have done it before, but it was the longer route, which takes like 7 hours, and that's
that one is also illegal now.
Now it's illegal.
That
used to be right. It all changed after spring break, so about a month ago. 3 weeks to a month ago, like they were giving out fines like crazy.
And before it was $1,000 fine, now it's $5,000.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go pick up some other folks who are landing. That they're gonna be doing a lot of the trips, a lot of the vacation with us. So
or that would be another good time to go to do Tantalus after you pick up your friends.
That's true too.
Bring them to Tantalus.
Because from the airport, Tantalus is only about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it's a good spot for sunset too.
And how far is Tantalus from Chinatown?
Even closer. I would say about 15 minutes.
Because we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Chinatown and do like a little food tour there. And
that would work. So cool.
And for June 14th.
So I mean, I think for that day, what we were planning on doing, because we're gonna go up to PCC, we figured while we're there. Yes, we already booked our tickets and everything.
Nice.
We're not gonna do the Ha show because we're gonna see that in the luau, which we're doing with
it's a different show though. The Magic of Polynesia, it's an incredible show. It's a full production. It's not even compared to any luau shows.
Really?
Yeah, but they are booked out till end of June anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah, we when we saw your video at the zoo, you had said Jermaine's is probably the best one. Like luau's are not like something that's very common, but like in the culture. So, but Jermaine, so we booked Jermaine.
Normally don't go to luau's. It's more for tourists, but it's great to experience it.
Of course.
As we came. So for PPC, they have a lot of different PCC. They have a lot of different shows. So make sure you get the schedule of all the presentations of different villages, And definitely, because without those presentations, you just walk around and you see a little hut here, a little hut there. It doesn't make that experience. Or if you see a group that goes with a guide, you kind of can stick to that group, because those guides will take their group to specific shows. They know, they already map different routes to make sure the group will see all the presentations.
Right.
Okay. And so I was gonna say, when it sounds a lot like when if you've ever been on a cruise, you know, you get that itinerary in the morning and you know what's happening. So I'm guessing that's how it's gonna be. You know, okay, we're gonna go here first, and then we gotta go here by this time. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the only difference is that you will manage it by yourself if you do it by yourself. But if you have the tour guide, you don't have to worry about anything. Just follow them and they'll take you to where you need to be at the time things start.
Okay.
That's the difference.
And Sugar Mill, also keep in mind that they do sell out of food. And if you go there by around the evening or sunset, you might see a lot of food trucks already closed. So I would say Sugar Mill, like the earlier the better, like lunchtime.
So we had to go to the Polynesian Cultural Center at 1 p.m. So do you think we should do the food truck before?
Lunch, I would think it's a better option than dinner.
Yeah, just switch it, right?
Okay. And then maybe on the way back, hit up another beach to watch. Oh, head back to Sunset Beach to watch
Sunset Beach, right?
Yeah, you can even take food to go from the food trucks,
right?
And eat at Sunset
at the beach.
And another great spot is Ted's Bakery, to take a lunch plate from there and eat it at the beach as well.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to do a beach. It could be something else you recommend on the way there that you're like, hey, you're in that area, try this place, go look at.
I think maybe Laie Point would be nice.
It's right next to Sugar Mill. It's like 5 minutes away from there. Or even really close to PCC also. So it's like a narrow rock formation.
It's like a peninsula.
Yeah, going out into the ocean, and it's fantastic views. It is so peaceful. It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah. So that's a simple drive up. You'll come to the dead end. You kind of pull over to the side. There's parking at the dead end, and you just walk out.
That looks very nice.
It's really gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's great for photos. And you just go out there and walk out to the rocks, and you'll probably spend about maybe 20 minutes there, and you're good to go.
I thought Turtle Beach because we might see turtles and stuff like that. But if you're like,
that's always a hit or miss, you know, with that, you know.
Well, it's very a few spots where turtles come right to the beach. It's very rare to see them. The very popular spots that everyone goes to is Lanikai Beach. It's on the North Shore. Have you heard of it?
No.
No, okay, so you might want to add it to your itinerary. So I'm just gonna show you how to get to the turtle spot. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
So this is the entire beach. This is a very small parking spot right here. And turtles normally come to the very end of the beach. You will see this like a lot of trees area, and turtles normally here. So if you see this spot roped off, that means there is a turtle on the beach. So this parking lot is very small, and over here in this area of the town, it's always a lot of traffic because people cross this road.
Gotcha.
So you'll know when you're approaching that area, because all of a sudden you're going to hit traffic. Traffic is going to slow down. That's when you know you're approaching it, and you'll see the opening on the right-hand side, which will be just a dirt ditch, and people kind of just pull off the road and park. And then you have to walk across the street to where the beach is.
Yeah. Another good spot to see a turtle right in Waikiki would be right in, it's called Waikiki Shore by Outrigger. Right here, this is Fort de Rossi Park.
Okay.
This is Outrigger Shore, and you see this little peninsula?
Yes.
Right here. So if you walk right on this side of the peninsula, Diamond Head is on this side. So if I zoom out, Diamond Head is going that way.
Yes, right.
So if you go out on this peninsula facing Diamond Head, you will normally see turtles swimming in the water and eating.
Okay.
But they don't go right on the beach. They just in the water eating, but you can see them right off that pier. It's really close.
Right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, so and you have June 15th is the temple and Lanikai Pillbox and the beach. So the thing with that is there is terrible parking situation at Lanikai. So if you want to do the Lanikai Pillbox, it's a great hike. It's also very little shade, but the later in the day you come, you might not find parking. So you might want to put your temple visit
Somewhere
another
else.
day.
Yeah.
Maybe even instead of going to the Turtle Beach, go to the temple before on June 14th, go to the temple and then head to PCC.
Yeah.
The temple, once you go there, you might spend half an hour, 40 minutes tops.
Depends how many pictures you want to
take.
take.
It's kind of small, so you can cover it really quickly. So on the 15th, right, with the Pillbox hike, if you get there super early, and I mean
like 7 o'clock
super
or
early,
6:30.
yes, that early, it's great because once you park, you'll find parking at that time. You could just do the hike at your own pace, get up there, hang out, chill out. When you get hot, come down sweaty, just walk straight to the beach and boom,
It's walkable.
Yeah.
How like what are we looking at? Like a mile?
No, it's
so the hike is like what? You can make it to the top in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
An hour, 40 minutes tops. And that's going at a very normal, easy pace. You get up there, you might hang up there for like maybe another half an hour, 40 minutes. Come back down. So we're talking 3 hours on that hike, right? From the bottom of the hike to the beach,
maybe
10 minutes walk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's super. Leave your car parked exactly where it is and just head straight to the beach. Maybe go to the car and pick up your umbrella or whatever you might need.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a better chance for us to find parking at the hike than
Well, it's the same area, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're finding parking, you're really finding parking for both. That's how close they are together.
The only thing, there are no food options there.
So bring some sandwiches and stuff and make a day out of it.
To be honest, Lanikai doesn't sound like you want to spend more than an hour there. Just take a dip and then take some pictures.
It's really relaxing though. In all honesty, it's definitely worth going. That's one of the most beautiful beaches. So you get there, it's like the sand is just fine sand. It's gradually slopes in. You'll really love it there. Like when you talk about relaxing, that's like one of the really good beaches to do that.
If you like to lay out on the beach and chill and swim, it's a great spot. There are no waves.
No waves.
But the state park is a couple of miles up and it's the same type of atmosphere, no?
Oh, it's great there as well. Yeah.
The beach is still a little bit different. The way and the view is a little bit different, but they're both fantastic places.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna do the Pillbox hike, you have to do because you're right there. It's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Well, definitely we can do that at the Lanikai, but I'm just thinking if you're gonna spend more time, I'd rather spend like an hour at Lanikai
and then
head over where you can have a bathroom.
Right? Yeah, right. And food is literally right across the street. There's buzzes.
But you need.
Oh yes, you did say that on your.
Yeah, that one you just need to have a button down.
For sure.
Yeah, like a short sleeve button down, you'll be fine.
A button down can be a Hawaiian shirt or one of the floral.
Absolutely, yeah. Any the Hawaiian shirts is fine. Yeah.
Just they say no exposed beach.
That's only for the evening time. So I think after 6 or 5. That's when that kicks in. Before that, it's more like, your tank tops or whatever.
Gotcha.
And also Lanikai Pillbox is great for sunrise. If you can make it out there that early, that's the best view. Yeah. Or you can just watch it on the beach.
You think that the sunrise is better from Lanikai or from the lighthouse? Or is the same?
Well, I'll tell you, for me personally, Lanikai, just because you're on the beach.
Yeah, and because you have the mokes.
And you have the waves coming in and you have people kind of walking their dog. It's just so peaceful. When you're on the Makapu'u Trail, you kind of have to hike up there. And then once you're at the top, then you kind of see it and then hike back down. It's two different experiences. But for me, if I'm going to do a sunrise, it would be on the beach, just hearing the waves and watching that sunrise. It's incredible.
And you can bring breakfast with you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Some mimosas, right?
Yeah, just make sure no glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll pre-do it. We'll pre-do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
the book
yeah.
thing.
And you have reservations for Pearl Harbor for June 6th?
Yes, we're gonna do all three of them, right? So,
Uh-huh.
hey, we're there. Let's pay our respects. Let's support the cause. So we're gonna do the aviation museum. We're gonna do the submarine. We're gonna do the Missouri battleship.
Nice.
And
So
Luau, you have it booked also?
yeah, we did Germain's. We booked Germain's afterwards. So after Pearl Harbor,
Mhm.
we can probably go freshen up and then go
Right.
straight
Yeah,
to
rest of-
the best luau, from what I understand, is the one at the PCC. You want to get the real luau experience. Is that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's the best luau. I think it's the best value for your money, because if you go to any other luau's, it's $150 to $200 just for the luau dinner and the show. When you go to the Polynesian Cultural Center, you get the entire day of your activities. You see all the presentations with villages, you get luau, and at the end of the day, you get Magic of Polynesia show, which is a fantastic show. That's why for us, anybody who comes, we definitely recommend PCC package with luau and the show.
For the 17th, the only thing, everyone that's going to be part of the wedding party, we all decided to, and we took it from your blog, which was the Royal Catamaran.
Catamaran?
The catamaran.
Catamaran, yeah, the Royal Catamaran. We with Richie, I think his name is.
Okay.
We booked 4 hours to do a sunset on that. So we got about 24 people from the wedding party. And we're just gonna rent it and spend that day. Yeah. We were looking at also Secret Beach. Now we saw your YouTube video on how to get there, where you go to the back of the park, and you had said that it's roped off, so you can't go there until after a certain time. You can go where they open that up, and you can just
Yeah, it's either before 8 a.m. or after 4 p.m.
Right.
So if we get there, let's say one of these days that we have a free time, we can just go there, because that Secret Beach looked great. Like that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
The
location of the pond is really picturesque.
Yeah, for sure.
But the beach itself, it's kind of,
it's an average beach.
Yeah, it's a lot of broken corals, and the beach itself, it drops off really fast. So from the pier, you see the Kualoa mountain range, but Chinamen's Head, it's right off Kualoa National Park. It's a lot of parking. It's free.
There's bathrooms.
Yeah, there are bathrooms. You just stop at the parking, and you see that Chinaman's Head right there.
Yeah.
That's the best view for Chinaman's Head.
And that's the closest you're gonna get to it.
So, we don't want to do the beach where it's like South Beach. I know you said like a lot of the beaches are not like this, very family oriented, but we don't want to be around a beach that's crowded. We don't want to be a beach that is everyone's on top of you.
Right.
How are the beaches there besides, excluding Waikiki, because we know Waikiki is very dense, a lot of people. Okay, so any beach we go to, we're not going to have, I think parking seems like it's the biggest hurdle that we're going to have to jump through.
Pretty much. Parking is going to be the biggest hurdle.
West side beaches typically, well, depends on the beach, typically less crowded. If you go further towards Laie Point, Yokohama Bay, it's very big beach. Yeah, Waimea Bay is not too many people because the parking is limited. So whatever parking can fit people, that's what you get
on
there.
The beach, yeah.
So the beach is very wide, so you do have like big crowds, but it's not like people too close to each other. So it's nice.
And Waimanalo Beach is very long.
Waimanalo is gorgeous.
Beautiful beach.
You should definitely check it out.
What day do you think we can fit that in there?
Any day.
It's on the east side.
Right.
So I mean, your itinerary is pretty packed already.
Okay, so that goes to my next question. Do you feel like we're gonna have a lot of extra time? We're gonna be like, man, we could have done more, or you feel like
it's how much you want to relax. So if you want to I just want to, lay on the beach and relax, because when our friends were visiting, we were exhausted. If you've seen our 7-day itinerary challenge, we were like,
every day. We would get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every day. We were out the house by 6:30, 7 in the morning, and we would go.
Yeah, we tried to do like one day heavy, the next day kind of light.
Light, right.
Like,
balance it out.
Yeah, I think it's a good balance that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And if something don't work out, or someday you don't, because maybe you were just too tired and you didn't want to do it, you can always kind of maybe shift things around. But if you feel like you have more time where you want to do things, you can kind of just reach out to us on IG and say, hey, I have like 4 hours to spare. I'm on the North Shore. I'm on the East Side. Anything you might suggest. And we'll be like, oh, kind of head over there. And
you can also do kayaking, paddleboarding on the North Shore.
The waves are not that strong now in June, right? It's less. Speaking about museum, so we were thinking about fitting in there's 2 other things that's not on this list that I would love to put on. Is it the Bishop?
Bishop Museum. Mm-hmm.
Bishop Museum.
It's a great cultural museum. You will learn a lot of Hawaiian history.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that on the list, and that didn't make it. And
you also need reservations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they only let a certain amount of people in at a time. It's like really tight in there.
And the palace was
the palace, right.
Also requires reservations.
But I think that this didn't make the cut this time. Maybe we'll come back and we'll.
That's a great idea.
Those out, yeah.
So I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I think you've been so helpful.
The changes that we advised you on, reasonable, sounds good, or?
Yeah, I think so. So it was definitely good because when you have this idea of what to expect, but this is what you're seeing like through a textbook. But when you speak to someone who lives there, it's like, no, you hear all these things like it's gonna be so much traffic, and you're like, oh my God, it was gonna take us all day. But we know it's like gonna take us like 45 minutes. Okay, not a big deal. We can fit that in. We don't have that anxiety, and so yeah, for sure. I think you folks are doing a great job with that. So appreciate it.
So we hope you found this format of the video useful and see how we base in our itineraries, and you can see how his itinerary changed a little bit. We added some turtle spotting spots, a little bit of advice on beaches, and generally how to plan things according to what open on what day and parking situation and traffic.
If you'd like to have this one-on-one session with us, we'll leave the link in the description below, and you can reach out to us and let us know how we can help you plan your vacation.
Mahalo so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and as usual, just be out with us.